this just in, we're getting a telegram. The NPA is back.
After we didn't we also say NPA is back, baby, or something?
Last time?
Yeah, last time.
Oh, 100%. That sounds like
NPA is back, never left.
Sorry, I went to Japan right after we came back. Yeah. We were like, NPA is back. Like, and then I have a 12-day vacation.
We were all a little busy, but we're back finally. Hold on. One second. A third of us is gone.
A third of us, who's also the home that we host in, is gone.
Yeah, the entire tech department's gone.
IT is missing. He's stuck in Japan.
All right.
But now I'm actually in America. We're here together. We're playing Fight Night.
We were actually at Haru Urara's funeral.
I was at Haru Urara's funeral. Noah, hit start game.
Okay.
That happened, dude.
Do I hit the save slot now?
Yeah, please. Okay. Apparently, I gotta direct everything.
All right. So, I think
did we even say welcome to Fight Night? This is episode 3, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
No, we did. I did. I said we're playing Fight Night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if
it might be 2.
No.
I've lost my mind, apparently.
You might be right. I think it is 2. I think we used the whole record for our first episode.
Because it was only like, I think the whole record
lost numbers as
was
well.
like less than 50 minutes.
Yeah. So this is episode 2 of Fight Night.
I'm trying to remember a progress thing. Because, like, you remember...
oh, wow.
Well, okay, Bone Defender, you obviously remember.
Is there, like... I think I asked this last time, so for the people that are watching, I'm so sorry. Is there, like, leveling up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind.
No. Like, not in the normal way. Like, it's, like, the first point of, like, I guess progress is in the next level. Oops. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, this is what I was talking about, where I forget if all 3 of the books are on this floor or not. So I'm just going to move on, and if I find the other books, I find them.
Okay.
And if I don't, we'll come back here. Off screen if it's annoying enough.
Do you think that this game doesn't have a lot of playthroughs on YouTube, which they might, I don't even know, because it's nauseating to look at?
I would.
Like, it's a really cool style. But the moment you start moving, I do want to throw up.
That's fair.
And once you turn around, I
feel like if you look at it for too long... Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
Now I extra want to vomit. But also, I'm really easy to make nauseous.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm prone to just feeling like vomit.
But look, now there's curves, guys. Isn't that
Whoa.
Now
God, the art style is really cool.
I go here.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Okay. This stage... Oh, right, this guy. Well, I'll talk about that after this.
Bon Jovi.
I thought you were saying Buongiorno.
That's what I didn't mean to say that, but that's what started coming out of my mouth.
It's the gladiator. They've come to face me once again. Even into the height of the tower itself. But where is your sword? Unless... Wait, what? Why am I not punching?
Sacrilegious.
Was I hitting the wrong button? Weird. An arm for an arm, indeed. The tower grants me my wish yet again. I suppose I should really be thanking you, shouldn't I? After all, if it weren't for you, the tower wouldn't have chosen me, and I, the tower. The tower is generous. It bends to my will without question. Its grace far more than any paltry kingdom could offer.
You say every sentence like it's the last one, and then there's another one.
Yep, I do that, yep. Whoops, I didn't even hit that one.
Like, I keep waiting for it to finish so that I could start speaking about things. And then...
Oh, he's going. He's just going.
Here we go.
Was that just an excuse not to read?
Yeah, that was an excuse not to read anymore. Holy shit, he looks like a bat when he's jumping. Sonar?
I don't remember this guy at all.
And that's my epic pivot into today's main topic.
Whoa.
Wow.
We all have played Dispatch since last we've spoken. And
Possibly.
Noah, you're really losing.
Yeah, that's okay. Wait, I forgot all the controls, by the way.
And yeah, so we've all played Dispatch, and Prem, I know, has many thoughts. So, Prem, do you wanna kick this off with your?
Oh, I actually thought you two. You said that you.
Yeah, and then I changed my mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, well, this is going to be the Prem Patel video essay special.
Yep. So Prem said he had a lot to say, and he showed me a little bit of it, and I really want to hear it. So.
All right. I mean, it might not be anything like too special, so nobody, the go in with high expectations. And Noah just died, by the way.
I think this is
I'm always going in with high expectations.
I think that was a half scripted loss.
Oh, okay. It's a
Um,
FromSoft game.
how does it feel to lie on the edge of my blade where you belong? Do you? Why are you waiting that long?
I don't know why it's not punching.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting on this dialogue to finish, so then I can.
There we go. I punched that time.
Whoa.
You challenge the undefeated prince.
Rosencrantz.
Hell yeah. You have lost, and my tower has no place for you. I have no need to further sully my weapon on the likes of you. Jesus, shut the fuck up! Okay, there we go.
Those are that old man in Oblivion.
Oh, Emperor Uriel Septim?
No, he was chilling before he died. But the other guy that you hit with your sword, it was the first episode, and I was like, old man, we get it already.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, whenever we hit that record button, you get really impatient.
You do, that's true.
Yeah, I think I've gotten better now.
That's true.
I think
That's
it's
true.
like, I don't know. All right, let's kick this thing off on Dispatch. All right. Let's see. I'm probably gonna alternate between following along my notes and then just going off on tangents. So
That's fine.
all right. So I'm gonna first start off with an apology for the fact that I'll probably be apologizing a lot on this rant or review, however you may want to classify it. So I've not really seen a whole lot of works of fiction. This guy's name's you see that?
Yeah.
So I've not really seen a whole lot of works of fiction that leave me as conflicted as Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start and end with some positives about the game because I really did enjoy my time with it. But a large chunk of what I'm about to say is based on things that I feel like could have been improved upon for this game and its narrative. I think that Dispatch is really good and even great in a really basic way, and I know that sounds a bizarre way of phrasing it. What I'm trying to say is that I've seen a lot of media that Dispatch is similar to, and for all intents and purposes, Dispatch is kind of like a sports movie. It takes me back to when I first met Aidan, and he was teaching me the rules of American football. Madden.
That's true.
So, and he talked about the playbook, and he specifically mentioned how the playbook is a MacGuffin in football movies where the opposing team will they stole their playbook, and the main protagonist team, they had to figure out a way how to beat that.
Shit, I was smart in college.
Essentially, no, you're still smart, Aidan.
Oh, thanks.
But it's and it reminds me that though I haven't seen a whole lot of football movies, and in fact none of them at all, it does remind me of works of fiction that are similar to that. And the primary example of it is actually Top Gun Maverick. The idea that Pete Maverick, I think is the main protagonist's name, this experienced fighter pilot going in and to teach this new wave of Top Gun pilots, and then seeing who can select the best of the best for a high risk mission, because Top Gun is a sports movie essentially. Yep. And though this is not football in the American sense, the TV show Ted Lasso is something that also reminded me of it. Have either of you two seen Ted Lasso?
I have not, but it's really extra on my list. It's very high up.
I've heard the first season is honestly the best one, and I really enjoyed it. It's good to see more positive and just role model characters in media, and not to see murderous bastards all the time. And I did in my mind think of Dispatch as Ted Lasso, but with superheroes and with a slightly more jaded protagonist. And let's see. I talked about that paragraph. Actually following along with this pretty well. So it's why the premise of an experienced hero training a group of former villains and rehabilitating them is it's interesting, but it's also a very familiar premise as well. And I think this game does a good job of showing a story about how Robert is able to pull this team together and make like a bizarre found family, and it is incredibly endearing. And I do think I wouldn't have wanted the ending to be any different because it is a overall lighthearted game, despite the occasional graphic violence and the explicit jokes as well, and the strong language. I still think it's like a very lighthearted game, and like the ending where they're like tossing him into the air, it's very much like a sports movie, and
Yep.
it's great, and it's very cathartic as well, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. But that being said, though, this does lead me to the critiques of this game, and there are two of the biggest critiques for me, or there are two big ones. The first one is the pacing of the game.
Yep.
I think the brevity of this game can cut away from the impact of certain scenes, even scenes that are really good, from the house party to the bar fight. I think those scenes could be even more impactful if we had more time to understand these characters in the Z Team. And let's see. Sorry, let me just look at this. I often had the line yes and yes, comma, and with a question mark at the end, just in case my inflection wasn't clear enough. And I think that honestly defines this game overall for its narrative, is that there are great scenes, and it goes from strength to strength. But how can we elaborate on this a little more? And I don't mean that in a condescending or in a rude way at all. I hope I'm not giving off that impression. But it's that I would like there to be more to those scenes, because I think they're great and they can be even better, is how I personally view it. And I like to think of Dispatch as a house that's built on a solid foundation, but made occasionally with flimsy materials.
Yeah.
It works in a basic way and it gets the job done. Like overall, like how this house is made, like it gets the job done and it works. And it sometimes even excels at it, I'd say. But it can be more and it can be greater, and I want that for any piece of media that I consume. And I say this with appreciation for it, but I can't in good faith think that there were so many ways that you could elevate this story. And it leads me to my second point, and it's that I think characterization as well is one of the weaker parts of this game. And this does go hand in hand with the pacing as well. Because it's such a fast-paced game, we don't really get a whole lot to get to know the members of Z-Team. What are their dreams, their motivations, their fears? Why did they join this as well? Because this is also a very relatable thing to our own world.
Yep.
Parole is honestly what I think of, because even when a hero goes out of detection range, it even says hero out of coverage area, which leads me to believe that rehabilitated or supervillains that are being rehabilitated by SDN are under a watchful eye as to like they can only live within a certain parameter. Sorry, once again, I'm going off course here. I think Robert Robertson is a really great protagonist overall, and I think the game does a great job of highlighting who he is and his flaws. But I don't think that same level of care is really given to the rest of the cast. Blonde Blazer you could remove her from the story, and I honestly believe that almost everything, basically nothing would have changed had she been removed, just because she doesn't have a whole lot in the story, and it's a shame as well, because then you kind of need your middle managers in a workplace comedy, I'd say.
Right.
And the Z Team, though they do individually have unique personalities, from Sonar's stock portfolio and like tech bro and crypto bro kind of personality, to let's see, Punch Up just loves fighting as well, and he's Irish and he obviously loves drinking as well.
Hell yeah.
Coupe mentions she's a romantasy fan probably, since she mentions reading a romance book. So all these characters, they do have like some kind of distinct personality, but they sometimes feel more like a homogenous blob of comedic relief rather than individual people with their own. with their own reasons for being in the Phoenix program. And it's why we don't really get to know these characters, and the fast pacing and cut away at some of the great scenes in the game. Like I mentioned with the bar, you go to bars to socialize, and the game does, the story does state that like part of the reason no one's talking to Robert at the bar is because they don't really know who he was as a hero. But even then, that gets to Invisigal, which is kind of the other big critique that I have for this game. But that'll be later. Let's see. Yep, Blonde Blazer, that's in the next paragraph. Shroud and the Red Ring, I think, are just kind of cobbled together at, very last minute. I think overall it still works for, the ending and the story that they went for, but I kind of wish there was a little more development on the Red Ring and Shroud, plot line. Because ultimately, I just think he kind of comes off as a very forgettable villain towards the end. And let's see. And it does kind of boil down Dispatch from being a workplace comedy with obviously super heroics involved to a kind of save the day sort of ending, which I believe it was the Fantastic Four movie this year. The family drama aspects were really interesting, and honestly is what hooked me. And the really slick editing, especially in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then it just fell apart when they started trying to do the actual plot.
Yeah, and it's again the unfortunate thing where it's like you can. It's fine to have It's all right. It's fine to have superhero media that is just like about normal things in life. I was trying to remember Brennan Lee Mulligan. Is that his name?
Yeah, the DM from
He wrote a comic about a superhero and how all the villains are gone, but now there are systemic issues and that still exist, and it begs the question like, what is a superhero to do in that kind of scenario? I'm pretty sure that's what the comic is about, and I think that's a great angle to look at it. And overall, I do think that Dispatch would have been better had it been a slower paced and character-driven workplace comedy that did obviously have fight scenes and everything that you would expect in superhero media, but just the way that it ends, it works, and I enjoyed it overall still, but I still feel like it could have been. They tried to cram multiple seasons worth of content into a single season, when I really do think it could have been stretched out a lot more. Right, and the way that I'm explaining it right now, this part isn't so much what I just said isn't a critique, because critiques are usually, or they're always, how do you view a certain, how do you view a certain form of media, and how does it, basically just like, how does the media meet its, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm just messing up right now. Basically just like, it shouldn't be about what you wanted the story to be. It's about what is the story that it's trying to tell, who are the characters, and does it reach what it's intending to reach, so just keep that in mind if I ever say anything like, oh, it should have been something like this. That's just my own personal opinion, had I been a part of that creative team. So let's see. Let's see. Right, so on a final note regarding the pacing of the game, I honestly do believe that while I enjoyed the gameplay segments for the Dispatch and the, hacking minigames, I do think that having two shifts did cut away from a lot of necessary, at least what I would have thought was necessary moments where we can get to bond and connect with the characters and just see the story unfold. Obviously, there were like cutscenes and cinematics, because it really boils down the episodes to being 20 and sometimes 30 minutes, with the exception for like the last episode, which is longer since it's supposed to be a finale. But it really, I don't think having two shifts was good for the pacing, in all honesty. And obviously there's some smaller things like even for a Telltale style game, the choices matter less than usual.
Yes, they do not.
Let's see. All right, and now we're going to get into the characterization. However, I can't discuss about characterization without talking about the incredibly attractive and insanely problematic focal point of discourse surrounding Dispatch, and arguably the source of most of the controversy in this game.
Which is super valid.
Yeah.
It's
like she's really hot, but also like, what were they doing?
yeah. Invisigal has split the viewer base into two camps. Obviously, those that like her and those that don't. And I think while there are valid arguments, there are also a lot of bad faith actors, I think, on both sides. But generally, how I lie is that I'm either conflicted or I just simply do not like her character and how she is written overall. And obviously that begs the question, like, is she poorly written, or is it more so how the story handles her character? Because I feel like there's a lot of different factors at play, and I'm personally conflicted as well with that. Because there's a very interesting video I saw of someone that said Invisigal's not really a poorly written character when you look at it from the lens of the bad ending is canon. And he has multiple reasons why, and I'll also kind of explain them through this paragraph. But yeah, truthfully, I don't really like her character. I don't think she's... I'm still conflicted on this statement, but I don't think she's poorly written, but I think she's a far cry away from being a well-written character. I understand that the writers wanted us to see her as a character who wants to better herself, and that we should feel conflicted when episode 7 rolls around, and you're deciding whether you want to cut her from the team or keep her. But the thing is that I kind of feel like she's written to be really unlikable, and she just kind of like stays in that kind of capacity throughout the story. And I at least for me, I just don't really see how she tries to better herself as a character, because I want a messy and like complex character.
Yeah.
But the way that she's handled, I don't really see her doing a whole lot to better herself, because we see her flaws. She's a very flawed character from the get-go. She's brash, she's immature, doesn't really follow orders, and also has no sense of
boundary.
Yes. She is all those things.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like those are great flaws. How can she, or is there anything that can like make her? And I don't like to use the word likable, just because some folks will use that for only female characters and use that as just an excuse to master misogyny. But I think this is an instance where making a character likable is kind of it would be great. The reasons that we can like root for her is what I personally think. And even then, just like things that can make us like, if not like her, at least have some sympathy for her. She's a smoker. She mentions in episode 7 how her asthma is getting worse and her augmentations don't work anymore. But she doesn't. I don't think she even once has like an asthma attack. And I understand asthma is, it's a spectrum. Like some people.
That's the whole thing with Chase, is because she's like trying to get her inhaler because of an asthma attack.
I think it was she just consuming like, or wasn't like poison gas or something like that?
Well, yeah, but I think that was like inflicting an asthma attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't think an inhaler helps that much if you're breathing in poison gas.
No. Yeah, no, but I'm saying like, never mind. Just like, where was I?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's alright. But yeah, where was I? I'm just looking through my notes right now. I think other than episode 7, she also doesn't really face a whole lot of consequences. And it's like, the consequences are great because they, not so much that they happen to characters, but how do they learn from it. And she doesn't really, I don't honestly think she learns a whole lot. And it just, I don't know, Uh, yeah, I've veered far off the path of what I've written. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't think she, I guess, develops as naturally as I would have expected for her character. And obviously some of that is due to the fact that the pacing for the game goes faster than usual, or it's just the pacing is too fast is what I'm trying to say. And oh right, and on the subject of goals as well, I think just like her story kind of revolving around Robert rather than like focusing on her goal to be a better hero and just like a better person in general, I think is kind of detrimental to her. And we've seen scenes where she has things from her perspective, and I don't know why we couldn't have gotten more of that just for her character. I think honestly episode 2 is probably the best example of her characterization I've seen, because it's like at the donut shop she's obviously see like she has ADHD, and then she does the little salute as well to the camera, and it's like she's like immature and does not listen, but also like you kind of get the impression that like she's a bit silly, and then like that's at least somewhat endearing. And I don't think we really see a whole lot of that afterwards from like episode 4 and onward, though there is the moment where she takes a marker and then like draws on the wall, and then Robert asks, do you not know how projectors work? And she's like, I know, this is just more dramatic.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, that's a great moment, and it's like I wish we could have had more of that. And just I think I could write like a poorly written novel on this character and how let's see. And alright, this isn't getting into the fact that the romantic subplot, which is fueled by the pacing and also the poor characterization, that is so just disappointing. I haven't been this disappointed by a romantic subplot in a long time.
Yeah.
I apologize for how pathetic that sounds, but it's really, really the most seasonless romance I have ever seen.
And you and I are romance boys, Prem. We love a good romance,
exactly.
So that was really disappointing.
And it's like, romance, as a film reviewer once said, is the garlic of storytelling, and I really like garlic. And it's so just seasonless. Like there's nothing to it. And obviously this is also fueled by the fact that Mystical such as like her character. What is going on? I view her character like Squidward when he falls off of his bicycle in SpongeBob and then just blows up randomly. That's how her character just comes off to me.
Things just randomly happen. Like, I don't know.
I'm so conflicted. I'm just so confused, which is why I'm more excited to hear. And I think audience, Aidan and Noah will have probably a more nuanced take than I do, just because they've
Noah? I'm sorry.
Aidan probably has more nuanced.
I was gonna say Aidan. I left first. Don't worry.
I was trying to be nice.
No, thank you.
But it's also because like they both have seen more visual media than me, so my expectations are going to be different since I mostly read novels. So that is something to consider. And also, I guess like. I've read romance novels, and generally they are novels marketed for and by women. And Dispatches is very, I would say, male-centric, male heterosexual-centric romance. And that's not an entirely bad thing, but it's just like, it's so poorly done that it just could have been better. And let's see, what else do I have to say? I think I'm nearing the end of this rant. Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're chilling. I love hearing it.
All right. So, I think that for the basic story that Dispatch is trying to tell, there are two paths. Either that the first one, which fits more with the story that Dispatch is trying to tell, is that they could have just made Invisigal more like a troubled teenager and lean in on the mentor and mentee relationship.
Yeah.
And the other is actually like trying to do a proper romance. And honestly, probably just instead of having two romantic options, I think just focusing on one would have been a lot better. Just in my opinion. And don't make fun of me for my, in my heart of hearts of shipping fan fiction writer and reader, which I just admitted that to the internet, that I have a background in doing that. Though I do write original fiction that Aidan can attest to.
It's true, I've read it. But also, I don't think there's anything wrong with fan fiction. You should admit it to the internet because it's awesome.
It's just like, it has such a reputation now that I kind of need to like defend myself just for a second.
Yeah.
I really do think that in the hands of maybe not even in the hands of a more competent writer and a writer with more respect for romance, because I really do think that a lot of this boils down to just not respecting romance as a genre.
Yeah.
Because it's such an important genre, and I have a lot of respect for it because though I write and read mostly horror, and horror and romance both diverge onto their own paths, and they very seldom meet, and seldom do they meet. They both start from the same point, is what I strongly believe. Because love, death, and fear all start at the heart, and you need that to understand the characters and to feel with them. And I think that, honestly, with a more competent writer, you could write a really beautiful love story between Invisigal and Robert. And I really do believe that, because my reasoning is that they're both incredibly damaged people and are incredibly lonely as well, and feel that they have been... Robert has to deal with like the generational pressures of his family and his suicidal ideation, and with Invisigal we don't really get a whole lot for her backstory, which another issue is that I feel like we're kept at an arm's length away, and there is a reason in the game's defense that she joined the Phoenix program under the condition of not being asked any questions, but even just small lines that can help paint her backstory can do a lot of wonders, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite scenes overall, like in the entire game, in all honesty, is towards the tail end of episode 4, is when Robert is looking at a picture of his dad, and it's just completely silent, and it's just the visuals and the cinematography just take the forefront. They just take the lead, and he's going outside. He's tries to play catch with Beef, even though Beef doesn't really follow along with that. And it's one of my favorite moments because I think it really just captures who he is in terms of his personal life. And I really do think that you could have a really great romantic relationship portrayed by these two. And it also, just in general, in terms of relationship dynamics, often men... I get like... I think men are often more allowed to be like the immature and silly ones in a relationship, and women are more serious. I would have liked to see something different. This could have been like a reverse of that, and I think that would have been great. Now, in terms of something to... and this is the second to last thing. Sorry again. Ad Hoc Studios almost went bankrupt in the creation of this game.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Jason Schreier, a games journalist, mentioned how the directors went 6 months without being paid to divert as much money as they can to the development of the game.
Yeah.
And it leads me to say that Dispatch is absolutely a labor of love, and I firmly believe that yes, while it does have a lot of flaws, you can tell from the concept artists, from the illustrators, from even the writers, even with some of the mistakes, some of the choices that they make, not mistakes, because and the voice actors as well.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun making the game, and I understand that they went in making only one season because they ultimately didn't know how they would do it. And I think as of today, they reached their 3-year sales in about 30 days, something like that.
I think it was 3 months is what I heard.
I think it was 3 years. Yeah,
wow.
It was like they. Yeah, and I'm glad for them, and I'm excited to see what they create in the future. So yeah, obviously once again, props to the illustrators and concept artists, and specifically also to Igloo Studios. They are responsible for the modeling, texturing, rigging, and animation of all of the props, environments, and characters that you see in Dispatch. Without them, the game would not look the way that it does. So just yeah, like props to them, essentially. And
Yeah, because the game looks beautiful.
Oh
yeah, I adore the art style so
don't-
much.
I don't think there's a single thing where like that's perfect visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is pretty much it that I have to say for this game. I think it is great. I would recommend it. But I would also say be wary of the pretty glaring flaws, at least in my opinion. And yeah, I'm going to shut up and let Aidan and Noah take over for now.
No, you want to go first or me? I'll probably have a lot to say too, but I don't know.
Yeah, mine's a lot shorter.
I mean, I'm just gonna start speaking, and then things are gonna like come out. I don't know what's gonna happen. So,
I mean, like, I think as someone who doesn't consume a lot of media,
oh, shut the fuck up.
not in a variety.
Oh, okay.
I guess specifically variety of media. You know, I like obviously there were like very obvious character flaws.
Yeah, locker room. I haven't even talked about the sexual assault as well. It's insane.
It's really
but,
bad.
like, yeah, it's fucked up. Shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think the only thing for me where it's like as much of like Invisigal's like bad person, you know, does a lot of bad things, doesn't get enough consequences. The one thing for me where it's like in episode 7, I believe, when they're all like, oh, like she's got to get cut, because you know she got like because Chase got what's it called,
Hospitalized.
Yeah. For me, I was just like, this feels like a little unfair coming from this group of people who like not even a few days ago was like sabotaging each other's missions, getting each other hurt, or like just fucking each other over. Not to mention the fact that Flambe, depending on what you choose, obviously, tried to murder Robert point blank period,
yes.
like a day ago.
Wait, what?
If you tell everyone that you're Mecha Man, Flambe tries to kill you.
Oh, right, I did that. I forgot he does try to kill you.
So because that's why I'm like, that's why I think episode 7, like I was like iffy. I obviously I didn't like Flambe at first because the Raiders didn't want you to, and then like I was like won over by episode 5, and especially after when he said, you know, like you guys still let me here after what I did. After that, I was like, okay, I respect this character a lot more, but everyone else completely ignoring that. It just like,
yeah, and that's
like,
a very good point that you're making. But yeah,
for me, it's especially frustrating because I don't see why Invisigal is being blamed.
right?
Chase is a grown-ass man who's a hero who said, I'm gonna go save her. And also, she was fucking right. Shroud was there to get the fucking core, whatever the fuck it's called, the MacGuffin, the Astral Pulse. And my problem is, I sided with her in that argument.
Yeah.
I said, I trust, because in my heart, I'm like, I trust my team. They can do it tonight.
Right.
We don't need more prep. We've been working on this shit, and I know that if it's gone by tonight, it's fucking over for us.
Right.
And then, like, then Blonde Blazer and Chase get all pissy at me.
Yeah.
And then Invisigal goes and does the thing that I agreed with.
Yeah.
So I don't, with that choice, I don't see why we're blaming Invisigal.
You're right.
Yeah,
I don't get it. If you choose the other one and like Robert, you know, the person who's leading this team is like, yeah, we shouldn't do it, and then Invisigal goes off on her own, it's like, okay, that's a little bit different. But like, I also thought that. Yeah. She was right. I'm so on her side. She should have had a team with her.
Right. And like for me, like even if she's like that goes against orders, like I don't think it's even close to fair to call what she does selfish. Reckless, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not selfish, but
because like she's trying to, like, yes, undo something she did, but like even then, like that's the thing. Like when like for me, when it's trying to paint, like in episode 8, when it's revealed that Invisigal was like a quote unquote spy, like it does not feel like there was much of any sabotage at any point.
I think Shroud was just messing with.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because like, unless like she's just a terrible spy,
I can't imagine her being a good spy.
No, definitely not. But it felt more like she was a triple agent, if anything, because she had that one skill where it was like, oh, she'll give you like like ahead information on certain crimes. So like I felt like, you know, she did not betray us. Like before she even knew us, she did something, and then immediately, very obviously in the flashback, felt bad when she saw Robert. Like she immediately quit right after that and went to SDN immediately. So I feel like attacking her for that is like stupid. Attacking her for everything else she does, like when she's a member of SDN, that's a lot more fair. But like,
I don't feel like anything she does is villain behavior throughout the story.
No.
I think she is a bad person from a human perspective.
Yeah.
If we're just looking at her as a human. I think that what she does, like the locker scene, I think all of the weird boundary crossing that she does and the sexual assault is like gross human behavior.
Right.
But I don't see her punching Robert, but I don't see her as like a super villain the way she gets painted by episode 7.
right.
And I feel like that's something that's really lacking, because then when you have I can't remember his name, the guy who's fixing your suit. Roy, that's it. When you have him like, keep her tied up, man, don't let her get out in episode 8, and like I'm instantly like, no, why the fuck would I do that? Yeah, right. She has done nothing to make me feel like she's just annoying.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep her tied up because she's annoying. I don't think she's a bad guy. Like, oh my god, she hid the astral pulse from me. She probably had a reason. Like at that point, yeah, I trust her. Heaven forbid. She almost died trying to get the astral pulse for me. Mm-hmm. And if she wanted to get it to Shroud, she would have just given it to Shroud in that moment instead of almost dying.
Right.
Like, so obviously that was not her plan. So it's just like, I don't know. I didn't understand that. I had a lot of issues. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
I mean, that was most of my stuff.
Okay.
The flambe thing and the weird pretending Invisigal was a spy. Also, I think my favorite choice in the game was the episode 8, give them both. That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, yeah. That's... So for me, I want to start this by saying I have not had that much fun in a game in a long time. Genuinely, I felt so warm playing the game. I really enjoyed playing it. And I think that almost all of my issues... besides, I don't think you can blame the 6 months without pay or like the studio almost going bankrupt for the sexual assault stuff, which is one of my biggest issues. Yep. Besides that, though, I think most of my issues come from the money side of things, because I have to believe that a lot of the pacing issues are from the fact that they were almost out of money. Mm-hmm. Like, you just can't tell more story if you're out of money.
And also, personal gripe, the streaming industry has completely like ruined producers' what's it called? Allowance of how many episodes they'll give people, because like everything is now 8 episodes.
8 episodes. Yep.
Hell, I hate it.
I hate this weird standardized bullshit where you have to tell stories in a specific amount because it's optimized. Because I agree. Like every Amazon show is 8 episodes, and it's just like.
It's like most animated things now are paced horribly because of it.
Yep, it's really bad. But. So yeah, I had so much fun during this game, and I had such a bad taste in my mouth when I walked away from it, which was the weird thing. It was like I had so much fun playing it, and then I walked away and was like, wait, there were a lot of things that I just was kind of not paying attention to.
I was like, this is like I've never felt like so much that I'm obsessed with something and also don't. Like
yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Whiplash feeling.
I've never felt this before.
It's always funny,
but I really did enjoy the game, so I don't want this to come from a place where I didn't.
Right.
First thing, I really felt the choice issue immediately. I don't think that they should have presented the idea of cutting someone without a choice to not cut someone. There's no world where I would have cut someone there, because if
the Invisigal thing was dumb.
If I'm trying to rehabilitate a team, I'm not going to cut someone from rehabilitation. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it's also like they kind of gloss over like what exactly happens to villains that are kicked out of the Phoenix program.
Yeah, and that's my other problem. You do not send a villain back on the streets and then go, what the hell?
Yeah.
She's a bad guy again? Dude, you didn't rehabilitate her. You fucking kicked her off the team. Of course she's going to go back to doing villain shit. That's the most predictable thing ever. So it made no sense for that to happen. And the moment Blonde Blazer was like, you're going to have to cut someone today, I thought there was going to be an option that's like, No.
Right.
That's stupid.
Because like it's what was I gonna say? It like the fact that it's like both that you're forced to cut someone. You're like there's only two options of of who to cut, and the fact that like we've only spent like a day with these people.
Yeah.
And in total, probably like 15 minutes.
Right.
Not even.
And my choice literally just came down to Sonar had more intelligence, and I had no one else with intelligence on my team.
Yeah.
That was why I made the choice. I was just like, I need an intelligence guy. And then I found out that, like, that's the more canon version of the story.
Yeah.
Because apparently Sonar joining the Red Ring makes, like, no sense and is, like, a really bad version of the game.
It's just like he's so campy. I feel like they could have just leaned in more on, like, the campy aspects of it, but it's just like...
And so, like, I feel like in a lot of ways I played the canon game, which I think helped me enjoy the game more because I started to feel worse about it the more I looked into it. Because like I was super romancing Invisigal, I was super kind to her, I forgave her. So like honestly, the locker room scene, while I was like, hey, it's weird to kiss someone while you're invisible, I was also like, but I did want to kiss her in that moment, so I'm down for this. And then I find out that even if you're romancing Blonde Blazer, she kisses you. And I was like, whoa. That sucks.
I was the same way.
So like that was another reason that I didn't feel like I ran into as many issues when I was playing, is just because like I think I was playing the game they wanted me to play, but then I think they started being like, we should put choices in, and the choices made everything else struggle more. And yeah, so I didn't like the idea of cutting someone because it's like, again, I'm not gonna kick someone out of rehab because they made a mistake. That's the whole point of rehab. And so I don't think it sends a message of forgiveness. And there are other ways to get your point across. Again, in that meeting, you tell Gollum. Yeah. You tell him to just like go fuck off.
Yeah.
Or you can hit him with a chair. But I just told him to go out, and he did. And everyone else was like, oh, he kind of means business. Like, they already listened from that point.
Right.
So at that point, I was even more definitively like, there's no reason to cut someone. And that was also after you see them fucking sabotaging each other because they don't want to get cut. And I'm like, they all want to be here. They're actively trying to be here, and they're all sabotaging each other when they want to get cut, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. Cutting someone here does not help. And so I felt like it was just like really giving up a fundamental part of what we were doing right away.
Yeah, and if you wanted to do that, you had to at least give us more chance to connect with the characters before doing something like that.
Yes.
If that is the case.
And it needs to be, to me, it needs to be something much more egregious than just we need to send a message.
Yeah.
I think it's so despicable to cut someone who's trying to better their life.
Yeah.
Because you need to send a message to the rest of them. I think that is one of the most evil things that's done in the Z Team.
Yeah.
Is that act right there. I think that is so fucking horrible. And it's Blonde Blazer. And you. And Robert. But I will say, I also think Robert is a fucking awesome character.
He's one of my favorite characters.
He is my favorite character in the story. I think he's just really well written. I think his stuff with Chase, the flashbacks, and just their relationship in general, and the weirdness of Chase being this old man that's also like his older brother, and just like how hard that is for both of them to get used to, is so good. But you get literally no time with anybody else. So yeah, I didn't feel attached to anyone, and I felt like the found family story was cute, but it was completely unearned.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
It was just like you do a couple missions where everything goes wrong, you cut someone, and then you just like go to a bar and fight and everything's good.
Exactly.
That episode, like you kind of felt this writer's felt that you're supposed to like them now. Switch.
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like. It was like, okay, we switch episodes and now we like them. And so it was just like, it was this unearned thing that I was like, I do like them.
Oh yeah.
But I want to know more about them, and I want to know why they're struggling. Because it's like and especially for Invisigal, I don't know. I don't buy the story of just I have powers that make me bad when it's invisibility.
Right.
Yeah, and it's also like she has probably like she's on the like lower end of the spectrum in terms of like crimes she's committed. She's committed like assault and theft. You're standing next to a half demon that's committed first degree murder.
Yeah.
Listen, personal self-esteem and all that stuff is obviously a very personal thing, but at the same time, it's like you're sitting next to someone who's committed first-degree murder. I think you're all right.
Yeah, I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, that's right. And also, like, Blonde Blazer makes a comment. I'm sorry, I don't mean that.
No, yeah, go ahead.
But she says, like, the other Z team members respect her or fear her. I don't really see it. She hasn't done as hardcore crimes as like the other ones. Maybe that she's a bad influence. Maybe that's how she was trying to explain it. But
yeah, I don't either. Because also, like, by wanting to cut her and like by not interacting with her most of the story, it didn't feel like they respect her.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like that. And I don't know. I love what they were doing so much that it's disappointing that there isn't more of it in a way that makes it feel real. Because all of it feels more like I walk away from it and go, I get the idea.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not...
This is a cool proof of concept. No,
that's what it feels like. It's an 8-hour proof of concept. And I love the proof of concept.
Yeah.
But I want more. And, like, genuinely, I less want a season 2 that I would rather see more of a middle of season 1.
Yeah. Just a director's cut that actually, you know, expands upon the story tenfold.
It's similar to how I feel... Although I think I'm more aggressively anti-Arcane Season 2.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, so ultimately I can't speak on that. But
it just basically does the same thing where it just starts skipping through and the pacing gets terrible and it makes it... You kind of just sit there and go, yeah, I get the idea. All right. That's a thing that happened. But I like Arcane Season 2 way less than I like Dispatch.
Mm-hmm. It's my inclination is to do an entire canon rewrite fan fiction, but here's the thing: no one wants to read that, and also that's way too much time.
That is a lot of time you're committing to fan fiction.
Yeah,
which is like fine, but it's just that's a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you didn't let me romance the hot, sexy demon lady, and they specifically made her hot. They said that when they were talking about the design of her, they were just like, yeah, we just wanted her to be like hot and sexy.
I feel like that goes for most of the characters in this game.
It definitely does, but they were talking, they talked in depth about all of the inspiration and how much they wanted her to be hot, and she's not a romance option. And like, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm a little bit upset about it.
Okay, one thing I will say is, like, as much as, like, the limited romance sucks, imagine if they had to write more.
I know. No, I know. There was no way in hell they were going to throw another one in there with it being satisfying. But that gets you to the romance.
Already not satisfying at
right.
Both. It's like, how do you write these two characters?
The romance... The problem with the romance is they're both wildly inappropriate romances that don't address that. And romance is best with tension. And so I felt like the tension with Invisigal was that she's like depressed and hates herself. And that's like fine, but that's also nothing. Like, there's no tension between people with that. That's just her. And so that's fine as her thing, but that doesn't get in the way of a romance.
Yeah.
And so, like, the tension of you being her mentor and being the leader of Z-Team is something you can play with, but they didn't.
Yeah,
and
oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, and then for Blonde Blazer, it's the reverse. Now she's the boss, and there's a tension there, and she also has a boyfriend that she breaks up with right after meeting you. There's a lot of tension to this romance that I feel like they just kind of brush under the rug. Again, I think it's just because of the pacing. Like, I genuinely think that everything with the exception of the sexual assault comes back to the pacing and just not having enough time or money to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have all of these, like, the beats that would hit tension in a romance, and you don't play with them, and instead you just get one choice. Am I going to go to the movies with Invisigal or dinner with Blonde Blazer? And that sets your path.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, the thing with is that I also just don't really feel like there was a whole lot of chemistry with Robert and Invisigal, because like I like the contrast that they have, especially in terms of like character designs as well. You know, Robert has a bunch of scars on him, but then with Invisigal she has, you know, that like implant, and that's kind of like the source of a lot of her, like, you know, angst, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like I just didn't really feel like there was a whole lot of chemistry. Aaron Paul and Laura Bailey did a great job in terms of voice acting the characters, obviously, as you would expect. But it's just that you have to also like write these characters to like something about the person.
Yes, you
with
do.
Them. And it's also the fact that romance is a question. It's what is this person? How is this person enriching my life in some way? And I just feel like it's just not really explored at all with either of the options. And I don't know.
For me, it's like I think explicitly Blonde Blazer is better for Robert than Invisigal.
Writing wise, yeah.
Like I like Invisigal more because I think she's hot and and I'm mentally ill, so I you fill in the gaps, but I think objectively she is a worse match for Robert. I was just selfishly doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But like Blonde Blazer is someone who actively tries to make Robert's life better and support him. But then it's like, I don't know why she's doing that.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, Robert is, or Invisigal is to Robert as Robert is to Blonde Blazer. Whereas like, I don't know what Robert brings to Blonde Blazer's life genuinely.
Yeah.
Like she meets him and he's sad and mopey and used to be a hero. And for some reason there's a lot of tension there.
I don't know if you guys were online like while the episodes were coming out.
No, I was in Japan.
Right. Okay.
A lot of bizarre fans. I'll tell you that much.
Right. I think that is part of where Blonde Blazer or Invisible, like because specifically people being like Blonde Blazer's gotta be a traitor. I think.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Of like she comes out of nowhere, swoops in, and like tries to sweep Robert off his feet, and then pretends she's not doing that.
Yeah, which is insane.
Which is insane because it's really funny that like. She either says, "Oh, I wasn't trying to give off those signals," or if you don't kiss her, she acts very awkward. It's like, okay, sure, buddy.
But it's like, yeah, I literally think that like all of my issues come back to why are people doing this?
Yeah.
I'm constantly asking that question for every single character. And so I feel like there's not much more to say than just that. I feel like that sums up everything we're talking about, which is just if I knew why everybody did what they did, the story would be really solid. But I don't know why for anybody.
Right.
With the exception of Robert, which is why he's the only character that I actually actively love.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the only character where I know why he does the things he does. And when choices happen, for the most part, I'm like, I understand why he would choose these options. With the exception of the cutting thing, which I think is stupid. But I don't know. I feel like that's a good place to just wrap up because I just think we're going to talk in circles.
Yep.
And I just have to beg the question, Noah, are we making progress?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, but I did get a new suit of armor.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was where you had less health?
Yeah, and I can do like a finger gun thing and like shoot enemies in the distance.
Yeah.
But, even though I have been half locking in this episode and actually like not dying that much, I still die a lot, so I'm going to go with the more health option.
Yeah,
okay. I also wanted to ask, sometimes I've noticed you have low health, go into a fight, and then use the potion. Why?
Well, that's because I like forget. I'm just
Okay. I wanted to ask that because it was during like Prem's discussion that I noticed you were just like you were at like 3 bars.
Yep.
And you ran into a fight and then used the potion and just started spamming dodge. And I was like, if you did this before the fight, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It's good to know that's why.
Can I do this?
Yeah, I also...
Fuck.
Nice. I also went to Japan to play Karita, and I know both of you know this, but the audience doesn't, so we're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to tell every story. But I did get to play a bunch of the like better people in the world for Karita, and I did not win at all against them. But they did say that I'm very good for how little I've been playing, because I've only started playing in May, so that was cool. And I would like the Japan trip was the best 12 days of my life. It was so fun. So I ended up going to Fukuoka, Nagasaki, Kyoto, and then for the last bit I stayed in Otsu because I stayed at Omi Kangakukan, which is where where all the biggest karate matches are held. And that's where I played on Team America for the Sekai Taikai, the world tournament.
Aidan representing U.S.
I've never felt more patriotic, and I never will again until next year when I go and do the same thing. But I wore a shirt that said USA. At one point, we did a huddle where at the end of it, we yelled, USA! Literally, I've never done that, and I don't think I have any reason ever to do it again unless I'm playing karate. But it's the only time that I'll really feel like an American.
Yeah.
But it was fun. America got really unlucky. So America played in 2 tournaments. We played in the Kokumin Bunkasai, which is a tournament.
Lose wars, we just lag out.
We just get really unlucky with our placement. So we played in 2 tournaments. Kokumin Bunkasai, which is the top 8 players from every prefecture in Japan, and then also an American team. And then the Sekai Taikai, which is a bunch of different countries. And at the Kokumin Bunkasai, we played against 2 of the best prefectures in Japan, including the one who won last year's Kokumin Bunkasai. And then at the Sekai Taikai, all of the other countries were around our skill level, but Japan had 2 teams in the Sekai Taikai, and we played against both Japan teams. So we just had incredibly unlucky placements that made it so we could not progress very far in either tournament. But it was extremely fun, and I learned a lot, and I'm practicing more so that next year when I go, I will be competing more actively and be less of a free win for some A-rank player out there. So, if you play karate and for some reason are watching this video, I'm coming for you. Not in like I'm going to murder you, but in like we're going to play karate and I'm going to win next time. Yeah, that's my Japan trip. Also, I did like some tourism, but not much. I saw like a shrine and a castle and the Kyoto Botanical Gardens, and that's it. But hey, this is a new area, Noah.
This is a new area.
Sling Gunner.
See, I did it again.
And then did we want to actually just wrap up this episode?
I was about to say, yeah.
Because we're hitting almost an hour. We're at 50 minutes.
I gotta go back that way. Yeah, okay.
But we also just yapped for 50 minutes, so this is like going to be one continuous episode.
Yeah, welcome to the NPA video essay.
Oh, this is...
That's what I think Fight Night will be best for.
Yeah. It's like, now that I've remembered at least some of this,
Unit 2...
I can like run through it easier.
Well, and because there's just...
instructions, just leave at the door. So.
Leave at the door is fine.
Okay.
Because Fight Night, there's just less to talk about in the game. Because you're just like, you punch things.
Yep.
And then you run around in circles, and then you punch things again.
It's funny that the most progress is made in this episode.
Yeah.
most progress by far.
Right.
See, we just got to talk about random things.
Here.
Thank you.
Someone wrote that romance script. Can you think about it? Think about it.
I know someone who could write worse romance.
That's true. It can always get worse.
Yeah.
Me.
I want to see you write a romance, Noah.
It's gonna be so funny. Well, because like the thing is, if I would ever,
I feel like we should all write genres that we have no interest in, like.
Oh, what's mine?
Amazing.
I'm really multicultural.
I don't know.
What's a genre I'm not interested in? I just love stuff.
How about ones that you aren't?
Mechas.
How about something you're not experienced in?
Aiden, you have to write a mecha anime.
Fuck, that actually is the one that I would not want to do.
But okay, technically,
you have to write romance. Aiden writes mecha, and then what do I? Like,
wait, can we make this an NPA episode? Can we make this an NPA episode where we all write like a short story of a genre that we are bad at, and then we read them to each other?
Yeah, I think
this sounds incredibly funny.
Oh my god! You know, like if I
have to write a shonen anime.
Oh boy,
like a battle shonen.
Yeah, battle shonen.
Dude, oh man, that's the easiest one, but it's usually pain free.
Yeah, no, it's objectively the easiest one, and it's gonna be the hardest thing for you to do
I better
ever.
start doing some research.
Oh my god, that's so funny. What do you write? No, are you doing romance for sure?
Do it.
See, like,
I'll give you some pointers.
No, please write just a straight romance, because you know Prem and I want to read that so bad.
It's so okay. The thing is, like,
It's not rich fan fiction. It can't be that bad.
it's probably gonna be worse than you think. But like, what I was gonna say, in my potential future comic book that I'm going to write, what I was gonna say. I did have like relationships in mind, like sort of.
Right.
Like,
So this is good practice, and we can critique it.
But the thing is, like, I probably wasn't gonna show much of development on screen. It's just like, hey, these guys are together. Don't worry.
That makes me want to kill myself. I literally would, Noah. I would read that and put it down and blow my head off.
No. It wouldn't be like, oh, these two characters meet, and then next, like introduce.
No, yeah. If all of the development is off screen, I would cry.
Oh, that's
Noah. I read Battle Shonen for the romance. I look up if they have a romance first, and then I skip them. Why do you think I haven't read a Battle Shonen in like fucking months?
I don't read Yu Yu Hakusho.
Are you serious?
Actually, no, it's not that bad.
No, but like it's just like I fucking love romance, dude. I rewatched a romance anime that this is my third time watching it, and it's fucking trash, and I love it so much.
I mean, like,
dude.
Wait, what show are you talking about?
Okay, so it's like super gooner shit.
Okay. Oh, wait, also, should we end record?
No, this now needs to be in it. Keep playing.
Yeah, I should probably put my, microphone near me in that case.
Okay, so it's super gooner shit, and you guys can't judge me for that.
Okay, well, what the heck? I mean...
Oh, wait, is it what I think it is?
Wait, what do you think it is?
Oh, never mind then.
No, go ahead.
I don't remember his name, like, ever. That one show.
Probably.
That one
that I talked about with you and Sam.
Oh, then no, not that one. Oh, yes, that one.
You know what? Let's just get nachos.
The married couple one?
Anyways.
Okay, so it's called More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. And it's so fucking trash. Like, it's overly horny. To the point that like I fucking hate that it's horny, and it's like but there are so many cute moments, and also I love any cohabitation manga. Anything where they live together, I fucking eat it up, like no matter what it is. But there's so many like cute moments that genuinely develop the characters, and spoilers for this manga, guys. There's a childhood friend, and spoilers, she loses. She does not get with the main character.
There's a love triangle.
Yeah.
Just keeps on getting better.
But, dude, the scene where he rejects her is one of the best rejection scenes ever. Because the whole thing is that they both have, like, loved each other for 6 years.
But he said no.
Yeah. He pulls...
I honestly wanted to say that. Hold on, you and I.
He pulls out a gun and shoots her. No, he, like... Because, dude, they have this whole scene where... Because they've loved each other for, like, 6 years, but they were both too scared to say anything to the other person. And then, like, he realized he also fell in love with this other girl. And so, like, he's like, shit, like, I can't be with my childhood friend. So he's rejecting her.
All right, Noah, you want to... or actually, yeah.
I'll play.
Okay.
I'll learn the controls real fast. So, like, he's rejecting her, and... in it, it's also like showing like them as kids, and so it's like showing the main character is like, I loved you, and then the kid version of him at the same time is like, I love you, and like runs up and goes like, what are you doing? Why are you not saying yes? Like, or why are you not saying I love you? Why are you telling her this? What are you doing? And like to the main character, it's so well written and shows how like the emotions changed between them. This is hard. Can you tell someone new is playing? What's the block button?
B.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Aidan was
It's
just
more of a
quizzing
parry.
Noah. All right.
And I fucking love the relationship between the two main characters so much that like I just like look past the horniness of it, but it's genuinely the worst shit ever. There are many such cases where I look past the horniness of an anime because I just like the characters. Because unfortunately, some of them just have good characterization despite the horniness. And that is one of them. Genuinely, the characters in that are really good.
Well, the writers just gotta throw in some spice every now and again.
It's written by a woman, so it makes me feel a little bit more okay with it.
Like, sometimes, like, the lid, like, those, like, little, like, grates, like, sometimes those fall off when you're doing the shaker. But, like, gotta add spice.
What the fuck are you talking? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, Taco Bell app, right? For delivery?
I have.
Yeah, do you have to, like, pick the store that the delivery is coming from? Or...
Yes.
So, yes.
Okay, because I put the location for...
Yeah.
Delivery location, so where it needs to deliver to, but where would I go for...
I don't. Well, last time I accidentally made them deliver it to the store. And not
100-inch punch. Oh.
Select is how you do potions.
Okay, hold on, wait. So, yeah, this is just location for delivery. Yeah, but that's this home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you...
Try checking, going and check out.
It's never ending, man. They just keep getting back up.
Oh. Check out, skip. Yeah, it's supposed to be here.
Come on, get to the Mummy Mancer. Yeah! Fuck me in the ass. I mean, fuck it. No.
Oh, man.
I don't have the money for this.
Dude, do you want me to do it?
No, for the tip is what I was talking about.
Oh.
I'll pay. I mean, you guys have paid for me multiple times, so it's might as well do. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No.
I think we're fine.
I mean, wherever
It's
they're...
gonna come from Rocky Hill. The guy's gonna be like, "I got $0 for this."
Motherfucker! Just like throws it through the window. Somehow guesses correctly.
I'm just keeping us recording while we do this for progress purposes. It's just more content for Noah to cut through.
I can. Unless you want to keep playing.
Oh, you want to play now?
In the solo pilot, you know.
Hey, Noah's solo pilot. You want to play the game, huh? Fine, whatever, man. You have no more health potions.
Okay.
I went in, ruined your game. It's a hard game.
It's weird, you know, but it's fun.
The controls are very difficult for me to get used to.
Yep.
But also, I only played for 5 minutes in the desert.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. I only need 1 revive.
Alright, have that all set up. Alright.
Yeah, now that you did that and saved, we can stop. And you go save, we can stop playing this game.
Yep.
Good thing you got back into solo pilot for that.
I had to get the saving mechanic is very hard.
It is very important that you do it.
Well, that was MPA.
Yeah, thank you all for watching our second episode of Fight Night, where we talk about Dispatch the entire time and don't talk about the game we're playing a single time.
Dispatch episode 1, but then instead of Robert,
I'm titling this episode.
Well, okay,
you don't title the episodes. Okay. You do make the thumbnails.
All right, well,
we'll see you all next time.
Sent a transaction.